And good morning. Welcome to Kelowna Now Live. We're broadcasting on YouTube and X with your day's headlines and 5-day weather forecast coming up for ATB Wealth. First off, top in stories this morning. Canadian economy shrinks 1.1% amid decline in energy exports.
Imagine that, eh? Keep jacking up interest rates and then we're going to see a recession.
Yeah, so that's what it essentially means, correct? Is it only 1.1% or is that optimistic?
Business capital investment also fell by 2% in the third quarter because nobody wants to invest. Obviously, if you choke off choke off businesses and stuff like that, and then inflationary things, and just that's what you're going to get, right? So
quagmire.
Inflation is it's kind of like called stagflation, right? So. Yeah, so not good news, and unemployment is rising as well. So,
and the thing I picked out here was it was largely buoyed by local, like in Canadian building developments.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
So
there you go.
Yeah. There was a road closure, Highway 1. It's now reopened after this closure near Revelstoke this morning. It opened up around 6 o'clock this morning.
And our road reports are brought to you by CSN Collision Centers. There you go. So that one's been reopened, so that's good news there. And then again, on the Highway 97 north of Summerland, there'll be some more enclosures there while they do that blasting.
That's right. That's 11.
You can almost set your clock to it. They're going to close it between 11 and 12:30. There you go. Only lasts a couple hours. So again, find a good place to have lunch or plan around it, right? So
now maybe everybody remembers the moment in the story of the woman who disturbed the Remembrance Day ceremony. What was it? 2021.
Kelowna Now broke
right?
that story.
Yeah.
It was Remembrance Day during COVID. Kent Mulgat captured some video that went national. It was shared with a bunch of other national outlets as well. I think CTV carried it and a bunch of other outlets carried it. And we were kind enough to share that footage. She was subsequently charged after that. Yeah. She faced a criminal charge of disturbing certain meetings, contrary to Section 176-2 of the Criminal Code. Those charges were laid in April, so it took 4 months for them to lay some charges. And then they made a decision to stay those charges. They just said it's no longer in the interests of the public and to proceed. So that was, so there you go. If you want to watch that video, we're not going to show it to you here again. You can go to KelownaNow.com. You can read the story, and the original tweet is in there that carried the video of the incident.
All right. Well, we have a number of housing projects that have been approved. Rutland housing projects, about 220 rentals have been approved for the area now. And
have we not seen just a ton of developments that have been approved lately? Right, we got lots of pics here. 2 Rutland housing projects were moved forward by Kelowna City Council this week. One on 155 Rutland Road North and one at 285 Robson Road West. And they're less than 500 meters apart. And we'll see a total of 220 rental units added to the neighborhood. Rutland's really growing. There's a ton. I don't know if you know, in that big IGA parking lot there, that was just a parking lot. And that's got a big building there similar to what this is. Yeah, so there you go. So lots of pictures there. Again, if you go to KelownaNow.com, you can read a lot on this. You can see a lot of the photos on this development and that. So
nice to see the decks. You need to have a deck in this.
Some murals on there too. Just to add some. Rutland's got lots of murals all around the community there too, right? Next steps, we'll see each applicant get their building permits. So there you go.
Kelowna Mounties are out ahead of this, reminding you to be safe. In particular, avoid vehicle theft and package thefts over the holidays. It's, I guess, that time.
That's a big thing, eh? People leaving. Well, the drivers, the UPS, Amazon, they just drop it off in your front door. Porch pirates come along and nab it, or people leave stuff in their vehicles, and it's just asking for a busted window. Like if you're at the mall or something like that, if you leave valuables sitting out.
Or just with it being colder, leaving your car running, dashing in for a second. And
so there's just lots of different ways that, use your trunk or whatever to put stuff away. You can have a security alarm, that kind of stuff too, right? But even some of the people here at our office just get the stuff delivered to work. as opposed to deliver it at home when they're not home, and then when they get home and Amazon said it's delivered, but they get home and there's nothing there.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
yeah.
It's been a long time coming, but Indigenous signage has now been installed at the BC legislature.
Yeah, so there's now a series of Indigenous language signs with 7 messages about ancestors, warriors, and settlers and children permanently bolted the building's stone sidewalk perimeter. There you go. There you go.
Okay, closing arguments to begin in the BC first-degree murder trial of Ibrahim Ali.
Yeah, so those are expected to begin today in the BC Supreme Court. He pled not guilty in April to murdering a 13-year-old girl in Burnaby. The body of the girl, whose name has been protected by the publication ban, was found in Burnaby's Central Park in July of 2017, just hours after her mother reported her missing.
That's unfortunate.
Crown lawyers are expected to give their closing remarks first, with defense to follow, and the judge will give his final instructions to the jury before members begin their deliberations.
This is kind of an odd one. A post about a Vancouver sex assault was misinformation, and apparently the person in this post question, yes, just fell off her scooter. So I'm not sure what happened there.
So the VPD said there was a viral social media post claiming a woman had been violently abducted and sexually assaulted in East Vancouver in early November, and that's all based on misinformation, they say now. Police reviewed security footage and interviewed witnesses and found the woman who was allegedly assaulted had actually fallen off her scooter and hit her face on the pavement. The department said the post stoked community fear after the woman allegedly had been kidnapped after leaving an East Vancouver pub. Officers say they spoke to the woman who had been drinking at the pub near Victoria Street in Powell, and she confirmed she fell off the scooter after hitching a ride with a passerby. There you go.
That's very odd. The ski
Good
hill.
news, bad news?
Yeah, for sure. Ski hill remained closed, but Big White's gondola and their ice rink is firing up on Friday.
Yeah, so there you go. Some good news, bad news. So if you're up there and you already have booked accommodations, so there is some stuff to do up there. Then
yeah,
you can go ice skating or you can go up on the gondola. They're hoping to open on December 5th. It looks promising with the weekend forecast calling for colder temperatures. And the white stuff.
Yeah, lots and lots.
We'll check out
that.
Right?
We'll check out that forecast in a minute.
Some financial news. Big miss from the TD Bank this morning on earnings. They expected $1.90 a share. They came in at only $1.49 a share. They made a paltry $2.89 billion. So with that, they announced 3,000 layoffs. But they did raise the dividends.
If you could see my chin just drop to the floor.
They raised dividends by just over 6% to their shareholders. So that makes sense. So, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They only made just a little less than $3 billion. The shareholders win. Employees, well, you know what you can do.
Just duck.
I think Elon has a message there. I'll say later that sounds like what they were told. And the stock chart there was off a little bit this morning. You can see the stock chart you can see the COVID bump there back in 2020 there, and then the stock climbed, and then bank stocks have not been doing. We showed you Scotiabank the other day, which was flat over 10 years, right? So
I wonder what
I just find that odd, right? Do you know what I mean? They actually made $3 billion, close to $3 billion.
And still
3,000 people get their walking papers, and the shareholders raise the dividend 6%. And I think that's to keep the stock price up, right?
Yeah.
But just GM just did it the other day too, right? They're just we're raising dividends. And we're losing money, but we're raising dividends. And the share buybacks too.
It doesn't...
Seems a little loony.
It does.
There you go. Oh, and then it's all over X. Elon did an interview last night. And he was very, open? Frank, open. Apparently, there's a bunch of advertisers that have boycotted X, and his message to those people at the Dealbook Summit in New York was GFY. You can go and you can find it all over it's on our 5 things you need to know too. You can go watch it. You can watch what he had said. He said it many, many times, I guess, too, right? So
he said GFY, and now Elon and
trending.
X followers are sort of responding in their own way.
Yeah, so I mean, he said, I mean, it turns into it's clash between Disney's CEO Bob Iger and Elon Musk. I think both stocks were off this morning. But back to
maybe not a good look for either, to be honest.
No, you know what I mean. I think sometimes, he even said last night, if you watch the full thing, that sometimes he regrets or wish he hadn't said some stuff, right? But
we're also talking, though, he is on the spectrum a little bit, right?
yeah, he has Asperger's.
So
He's also probably done more for modern humanity than most people. Like with what he does with EVs and Starlink and SpaceX and the Boring Company and Neuralink and now, so lots of different things. And it looked like to me he was a little irritated and stressed when he was saying, he was definitely agitated.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
But there you go. So if you want to watch it, but the other big news in Tesla news is Cybertruck launches today. The first deliveries happen today.
It's like Christmas for you.
It's like Christmas for sure. I mean, it is one of the most anticipated launches, I'd say, since the iPhone first came on the market. People are lining up to see it. This could change that segment of the automotive industry for sure. So, I mean, as long as it delivers what it promises, it's going to be epic. I think.
Can't wait to see our first Cybertruck rolling through the streets here. It'll be a.
There's one in Langley right now, or Surrey, I should say, at the showroom. So, delivery goes at I think we said it was at noon or something like Central Time, so 2:00 here.
Noon here.
No, noon here, 2:00 there.
Yeah,
that's right. I don't know how I get that backwards all the time.
We're here for you.
Thanks a lot. Time is just a passage, isn't it? That doesn't make any sense either. But you want to do weather?
Yeah, sure. Weather brought to you by ATB Wealth. Realize your vision of wealth at atb.com/wealth Kelowna. We are expecting mostly a cloudy day today. Might see the sun poke out a little bit here and there. The wind's a little bit up, and I think what you're seeing is a change of the weather system, basically, and that's going to bring us some light snow tonight and down to -4. So expect to wake up tomorrow morning, first day of December, with snow on the ground. And as we look out for the rest of the next few days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, light snow, and more snow on Monday. So
I don't see Marcy's coffee for no snow this morning.
No, snow won't be on the ground till Saturday.
Well, I'll beg to differ. And that's your 5-day forecast. We'll see how it shapes up. Expecting temperatures, in around 0 or slightly below, and the wet stuff. So hopefully you've got your snow tires on and you're ready and well equipped.
There you go. Let's do an auction.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, we're down to 10 hours left on this. Where are we at? Okay, $4,500 for
a good
this.
price.
Yeah, on a $10,000 plug and play hot tub, which means it's energy efficient. It works on your 110. It's convertible to 220, but it works at 110. And
Are you in on it? Are you going for it?
maybe, I'm a maybe. It would be nice with the cold weather like this.
Kids
Wouldn't
would
you want
love
this?
it. Kids would love
Oh.
it. I've had a hot tub for a number of years. You can have mine. It's for free. It's broken.
Just needs a new engine.
It needs probably more than that, but anyway.
Pump, whatever.
No, the pump's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Leaks.
That's problematic. Well, you don't need a leaky tub. Here's one here for a good deal, 50% off. So that's better than your average Black Friday special.
That looks amazing. I think the repair cost on mine is more than that.
Probably.
It is. It's like I think to repair mine is like $7,000. I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you're looking for a hot tub, this is a great deal. It's a great tub, and the deal closes in 10 hours, 44 minutes, and 31 seconds. 30, 29.
Yeah, and if you go to Tesla.com, you'll see the countdown timer. I'm pretty sure the timer's on there for the live stream. Yeah, I'm going to watch.
I bet.
Why not? Maybe my name's going to get called.
Hey, it's like a draft. It's like an NHL draft.
I think it is. But, yeah. So we're going to do in our next EV, we're going to talk about buying used EVs too. we're going to talk about that because there is no PST on used vehicles. So that's another incentive to buy a used one. And as the prices of the new ones has come down, it's also forced down the prices of used ones. I was talking to Kent about it, and because Kent's considering buying one. I don't know what he'll do today after what Elon said, but if you buy a 2015, I think some 2016s, 2015 and older, and if it's never been returned to Tesla, not only do you not pay the PST, you get free supercharging for life.
Oh, that's
So
transfers.
it transfers on the vehicle unless the vehicle's been turned back to Tesla and been reconditioned or whatever, right? So, so I mean, it's a huge opportunity for somebody that, say lives in an apartment or something like that and wants to use superchargers all the time, because that's like basically getting free gas for life of that vehicle. And you can find some. I mean, there's a lot of them out there that are selling in the, just in the mid 30s for a Model S. That's an all-wheel drive car, good range, high-tech car. Like, it was a luxury car that sold probably for over $100 and some odd $1,000 when it was new.
Wow.
And comes with free supercharging.
How many kilometers would they have roughly in that range, you figure?
The ones that I was showing to him were around the 75, 80.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
lots of life in them.
Yeah. So
They go for like 300, right? Like that's kind of the idea on a battery, or I mean, like minimum.
like the range?
Yeah, no, like number of kilometers.
I think, if you go on I think we talked about that in Last Energized, 300, 400, 500. Some people are getting 1,000,000 miles out of them, but, I don't know. And the battery replacement's not that expensive. So, I mean, it's expensive, but it's not similar to replacing an engine in a car.
Yeah.
And the thing about replacing the battery, it's basically that is the whole
That's
thing, right? Because the motors really don't go or nothing. Just and electric motors have been around forever. They're in most industrial use, at mines, mills, anything, right? Big motors are typically electric.
All right, well, there's your auction, there's your weather, there's your news headlines. We'll be back again later on today with more.
We'll see you at 4 p.m.
Until then, like and
And
subscribe.
we'll have some Cybertruck news at that time too.
Yeah, maybe some footage. We'll see.
Maybe some footage, and we'll have some details on how much that thing's going to cost. I'm going to go with $55,000 US for the truck.
Base?
There it is. Look, there's the countdown timer right
Okay.
now. Should we just wait here, just sit here and just watch it and just talk through
Just
it?
stream the timer.
Just stream this. So I don't know if he's going to throw another cannonball through the side of the door or something like that, right? Because he did that with the window. Anyway, we'll have some news on that, as well as everything local and everything that stuff that matters. Until then, stay safe and enjoy your day.